Hello, fellow entrepreneurs, and welcome to the Meek Mind Podcast, Episode 2. Why you need to establish your ideal client, and the four main questions going to help you find your ideal client. Stay tuned to the Meek Mind Podcast. Why you need to establish your ideal client and why it's so important. And then the four main questions you need to ask yourself in order to establish it. So, without further ado, your ideal client, man, when you establish it, it changes everything about your business. Your target market, like that's another word for it. Target market is the basis for everything you'll do, from branding to the products, the services you offer, the marketing channels you use, and the way you even interact with your client. Some people may be laid back people. A perfect example of this would be like the lawyers that you see on TV. Like you got, that smooth lawyers. Hey, y'all, I'll help you with any legal trouble you got. Or you got the anvil. Man, hey, I'll calm down. I'm gonna get this guys. I'm gonna get you every money you deserve. And then you got the two young brothers just like, hey, talking to a particular demographic. And they can only establish that if they know who they're trying to talk to, who they were trying to target. And that's kind of why they do it, because at the end of the day, they can all help you with any legal problems you have. They all studied the same law, to a certain extent. Then they went into their specific fields. But those lawyers that you're on TV are all traffic injuries, so they can all help you. But they're talking to a certain demographic, and it just makes everything from your branding standpoint a lot simpler. A lot of companies, a lot of people that when they start a business don't even do this or don't even know to do this, So your ideal client is a person who can benefit most from what you're offering, basically. The businesses create a persona that describes the market as usually as one individual. Example of that would be Bob is a small business owner in the American Midwest earning X amount per year and seeking to grow his business. So so I know that's who I'm going after. It's very specific that you know exactly who you're targeting. Okay. To create this profile, you need to gather some information, though, some data, and you can do this in various ways. But here's the questions that you need to ask to kind of scope this customer profile. Number one is, where is your ideal customer and what do they do? An accurate, complete picture of your ideal customer starts with identifying where they are and what they do. Demographic information such as this includes the location, age, job status, annual income, family structure, and so on. Ask your questions. Who are they? Who are you? Who are they? Who are the person that you're trying to attract? That would most benefit from your service. Number two is, what problem does your product or service solve? Your ideal customer is facing some problem or a challenge. You need to discover what that is so that you can cultivate a product or service to solve it. All right. So number two is, what is your customer looking for when they shop? A major part of your ideal customer profile is buying behavior. When and how does your target market shop? How do they feel about the money and the products and services they buy? If you know this information, you can adjust your offer to fit your customer's particular lifestyle and buying behavior. So that is very important. Where do they shop? Number three is, what are the customer's objections to buying, or what's stopping them from buying sometimes? This is an important question to understand. The behavior of your customer. Many people get close to buying but stop at the last minute for one reason or another. They might wonder if the product will actually deliver the results, or they might not be sure whether it's worth the price. So you have to create that value. Your marketing should address these objections and dispel them to remove obstacles of buying. Number four, or no, this is just an add-on. We're talking about finding data. This is kind of where you get this data. So where do you find this information, right? So number one could be conduct research on social media, including places like online forums and Q&A. Social media is a very powerful tool. Big businesses use it, and so should the little guys. You just got to know how. Another point would be talking to existing customers or the audience you already have, and if you don't have any, then talk to people that are using a product or service like yours currently that and tell them what they like and what they don't like about it, and how you could improve. Another one would be follow your competitors and see what kind of people follow them. Go to your competitors' reviews and say, hey, XXX did a great job on my blah, blah, blah. You're like, okay, cool. So I need to check that off and make sure that, I'm doing a good job on this, and you could also learn what they're not doing from reviews as well. Another one could be conduct your own surveys online, from people that you think that would be your ideal client, and kind of point the survey towards them, So just to go over them again is number one, where's your ideal client? Where is your ideal customer and what do they do? Number two was, what problem does your product service solve? Number three is, what is your customer looking for when they shop? Number four was, what are the customer's objections to buying? These are just 4 questions you need to think about when sculpting your ideal client. You can also call us and we'll help you sculpt it. We're Meek Mind, and we kind of help with foundation. We take it a little bit above websites. Okay, so that'll do it for episode 2. I thank you guys for listening once again. We're going to try to keep these short and practical. You just take away little tidbits. And also, we're going to be teaching the courses on the businessminds.com when that opens later on this year. It's going to be a entrepreneur social media, or not social media, entrepreneur community. Okay, it's going to help you, give you tools to help you with your business, and actually use social media to help you with your business. Yeah. So we're not competitors with all these big guys. We're going to help you show you how to use them with courses and resources.